Good morning. So I believe it's October 1st. So I've been a minute. Sorry, I think I missed 2 days. I'm getting closer. This is episode 17. My time has been super occupied, which is always a good thing. I haven't yet, or I don't know if I'm going to like vlog everything I do and bring it back. Takes a lot of time to do editing, not to shoot, but it takes time to edit. But here we are. How are you doing? How's it going? Getting more comfortable doing these. It's finding ways to do them. As we've been monitoring me or following this process, I'm learning how to do 21 days straight of vlogging, and it's turned into a challenge once life starts to get involved. So we're working on it. This is what we're doing. We're figuring out how can I consistently and consecutively get a vlog going. Just me talking to the camera for 15 minutes, practice. This is what I'm actually showing you practice. This is practice. But today, gonna try to keep it to 15 minutes, but I have a lot of excitement because I just got back from Giganticon. This is awesome. I had the Transformers VIP experience, which was really cool. This was in Killeen, Texas. So it's like an hour 30, hour 40 away from Austin. But it's a big deal. I love these conventions, comic book conventions, horror conventions, anything to do with, I guess pop culture is what it's kind of under, popular culture. I'll say that I enjoy them a lot. I got into them later in life. I had a conversation. I've had this conversation a few times, but with people at conventions. But yesterday, I had one of the greatest experiences ever. And it was a small convention, not too big, but I got to meet 5 people that I've always wanted to meet. There's another 2. There was 7, 8 people I really wanted to meet. But the way I planned this journey or this adventure, this experience, didn't include them. So unfortunately, they weren't in the budget. If I had more money, I could do it. I was scratching to meet these people. I literally was like I didn't mean to go for broke, but they'll find out right now as I tell you why. I've been getting better. At smaller conventions, I don't mind. There's not a whole lot to really spend if you think about it. Bigger ones, there's a lot more moving pieces, especially when I travel. This one's traveled, but it's still in my state and it's not that far. Someone told me they go traveling up to 5 hours for a convention ain't that bad. 3 hours is easy. 5 hours, I was like, oh, you're right. I can see that. But yesterday was great because I brought my son with me. So it was his first convention to go with me. He enjoyed it. He loved it. I think the small one is good for him to be exposed to check it out. Bigger ones are probably gonna be just dad because those are the ones I'm going. Time is of the essence, and he doesn't really like waiting in lines. He got a VIP too. I didn't pay for it. They hooked him up, so he got to cut in line. I like it. If I can and I can afford it with its reason, I'll do the VIP to take stress off from like meeting people. But this one was a small one, but I got it because I'm a Transformers guy. Transformers 1986. I should have pulled it down. I have it already framed, so I don't really want to step away, but we'll see. I might because I'm excited. But I did get I've been getting these things. So this is from Transformers 1986, the movie. There's a character that they introduced called Springer. He's played by voice actor or actor performer Neil Ross. Is this guy right here? Make it out to Maxwell because my son's name, and I like it because that's one of my favorite characters. The reason I like this guy a lot, Hot Rod's the main guy of the movie, but the reason I like Springer was something that he's more of a man of action. He's smooth, he's talker, but he does more things. So like he's a hybrid vehicle. He can be a car or a helicopter, which is 2 really cool things. He's also gonna be a person, I guess. So it's like 3 things. But Springer is he's also cool. Here it is. Look, he can form, and he's a person. He can be a car or he can be a helicopter. And he also this is one thing I love about it. He comes with I didn't know this one, but he in the movie he has a sword as well, so he can dual sword. He's sword dueling. He can turn to helicopters. He can fly. He can be a person, so he can run and jump and do all the cool stuff that we can do. And he can also be a car. We can't do that, but we can drive him. But that's pretty awesome. And there's a scene there where Ultra Magnus, the second in command, as finding out that they're getting, long story short, they're getting attacked. The bad guys are attacking the good guys, or the Decepticons are attacking. We're just gonna say the Decepticons attacking the Autobots, and they what do you got? We don't know whose side is good or bad, but when you get to introduce to Springer right away, one of the coolest things he does is Ultra Magnus is talking to Perceptor, and Perceptor is a very high intellectual talking, very very exclusive, very big vernacular, and as Ultra Magnus says, "What's the situation?" And he goes, "Blah blah 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 blah. There's a tactical difficulty, tactical deficiency." And he goes, "In other words, Perceptor," and then Springer pops in, and they were getting attacked, and he shoots back, but he pulls it. It's a gun comes out of his arm, like. Transformers, they usually have guns. This one comes out of his arm, and he goes, and I never thought about that as a robot. You can do that. But as a kid, I remember being like, whoa, that's so cool. So Springer always kind of stuck out to me, and that worker vibe. And you can do multiple jobs if you can, if you're allowed to, if you're able to, if you figure it out. But I've always I'm trying to metaphorically get it together. But yeah, that was fun. Meeting the Transformers crew. So I got 4 of them. If I have to meet 4, I still need to meet 2 of the main ones. But we'll see. We'll plan on that. Maybe 2024. Maybe that'll be the year we can do this, and maybe we can plan it out and see. And I would totally love to get that finished. I think I honestly think only needs like 2 or 3. I mean, Eric Idle and ¿cómo se llama el otro? Judd Nelson is going to be very hard. There was an opportunity I could have got Judd Nelson's signature, but I want to do a meet and greet. So that take what you can get. And the reason I love these conventions is because like minds, people that enjoy what you do, people that enjoy what you're doing. Yes, they are pricey. Yes, they do come at a cost, but at the same time, it's a small window of opportunity to enjoy this. You can do your 9 to 5, Monday through Friday, or if you work on the weekends, if you work night shift, if you work freelance, whatever. You know your job, and I'm relating it like this because we all should be working. I don't know, whatever. But this is what my life works. You can work your 9 to 5 and then go home and do what you want to do at the end of it. Spend time with your family, friends, your hobbies, whatever you like. But these conventions show up, and they're only 48 hours, 2 days, 3 days if you're lucky. Some of them are now just doing Friday, Saturday. Well, actually, no. The smaller ones are Friday, Saturday. The big ones are the small ones are Monday, Saturday, Sunday. The big ones are I'm not noticing are Friday, Saturday, Sunday. But you can do that but we know you can go to the job. But conventions, we only know they're going to be open for a small amount of time and they're going to close. Once it's closed, we got to move on to the next one, or it's over. But I will say this: seeing my son, spend the whole day with him at the convention, and him not complaining and just being more like in the moment was very happy. Also, before I forget, I ran into a young small business owner, entrepreneur guy. Then I was like, "You remind me a lot of somebody, a little bit like me." And yeah, it turns out he was his parents were stationed in my hometown. My hometown has an Air Force base, and his parents were stationed there for 3 years. So I was like, "Oh crap, you're from my hometown." So he was there long enough, and he went to he graduated from the high school. So I was like, "Yeah, you're honorary, dude. You're definitely one of us. Like even there long enough, even if you're just there a year, you get the title, the honorary border guy." So he's from there. He stays in Louisiana, but I was like, "That's cool." So exchange socials, and now we're hopefully become friends or something. That's cool. Like I like things like that. I wasn't expecting that happening, but my son he saw that that inflatable thing, and he wanted to do it, and we did it. It was a tube. It was a great little a little combat zone he created with a inflatable tube building, and then you go in there with your kid with goggles and you shoot Nerf guns. It was fun. A lot of people liked it. What do you call it? No, I had a good time. We have a good conversation, and then what else did we do? I have a lot of good advice. I don't know if I'm going to put it here because it's a lot, but a lot of conversations that I had were great. Mark DeCoscas, I always wanted to meet him. I never thought I was going to get to meet him. You could talk to that guy forever. Oh man, the conversation he had with my son was great. The conversation he had with me, talking to him about things, about life, getting a little bit more of an eye-opening of things. Getting older, you just get older. It's what you can learn from other people. Hey, look at this. You can learn. you can we can grow. But he's always been kind of a silent mentor for me, because there's not a whole lot of content on him, but there's just enough things that he's done, and especially in his later life, you get more and more. And the John Wicks, so it's awesome. But John Wick 3, yeah, I see. I'm still kind of fanboying out a little bit of the. But like I had my son there, so I had to be like. So so I'll help you out. If you're when I was younger, I used to talk a lot, a lot, and I learned to pace myself. But one thing I'll do is cover my mouth. So like I told myself, I know I can't talk if my hand is in my way. So I also had to do that with like movie sets. That's another whole story. Movie sets, I was doing this too much. When I first got movie sets, I didn't want to talk, so I was doing this. And they're like, why do you keep doing that? I was like, I'm not doing anything. Oh, wow. But I did this a lot yesterday. Because my son and him were having I wasn't part of the conversation, so I was like, I want to, so you can't. It's their conversation. So, but it was a great time. We got what's it called? A caricature photo, and that's probably been one of my most prized possessions that I've gotten so far. It's just me and my son, and the artist. She was able to capture the moment and like check us. I don't know. It's such a great photo. I'll post it on my Instagram soon. God, I thought he did so well. Everything from just introducing him to the environment, showing him what it is. His questions. He likes things. He listens when he has to. Like certain things he'd grab. Like you can't grab toys. They're for sale. They're expensive. And then he learns like, oh yeah, don't be grabbing stuff. But I don't know. I think this has been doing well for me. This vlog has actually been going, because now I'm thinking about getting going. I mean, I'm a morning person. On Saturdays, I woke up yesterday at 3, and I was like, damn it, I don't have to be work for another 3 hours. So I was like, there's only, and honestly, I thought it was like a 30-minute drive ahead of me. I was thinking, it's like 10. It's like so now I'm getting to work like that. So it's like, so when you wake up that early and you're antsy for work, and work can't start, so they open the doors to let me in. So you kind of have to figure it out. But I was like, I don't really feel like, I was tired too. Well, I rested. I just kind of rested my body, and I was getting ready. I was also overthinking in the morning a little bit, because I was like, my goal was to go to work, throw work, and then go straight to Killeen, and then go to the convention and then come back. And if I miss anything, I come back today. But, I realized, I was like, Killeen's far. And then when I did the MapQuest, when I did the check the distance, it was like it could take up to an hour 40, which actually took us 2 hours to get back, because the UT beat Kansas, and Kansas was undefeated. UT is undefeated. I thought the game was away, but I forgot UT has like a fair advantage this year. They got like 11 home games. Just joking. But they were here. I totally forgot. So we got stuck in traffic for about a good 30-40 minutes. But I mean, it happens. Austin's it's just traffic. But it also, so long story short, after debating and with myself, and I was like, you know what I'm going to do? I don't want to go, I'm already tired as it is. I don't want to go looking as exhausted. So I'm going to come back, refresh. And at the last second, I was like, do you want to come with me? Because it's a lot of kid stuff to do. So I was like, do you want to come with me? And he said, yeah. So my son came with me, and I didn't realize how much kid stuff there is at the convention. So this might be a good thing for him to check out once in a while. I'm not going to bring him like 3 days or something like that. Maybe if there one in Austin, I'm bringing him. Because I thought I should have brought him then, but I didn't know. Also, it was a good thing because I fanboyed out like crazy. So now it's time for me to mature a little bit more. But it's okay. It's a thing. I love it. I love it that it's something about me that I can't hold. I can't. It's just, you just explode and you get excited and you're happy. And I think that it's got to do something with the suppression, where I suppressed a lot of my emotions and feelings or avoided them. And I think now that I've opened, years ago I popped off that lid, and now things are just popping out, and I can't, and I'm not going to hold them. I'm not going to control them. They are what they are. If you're talking to me and we're having a good conversation, and I start to get excited and cry, or not cry, but teary-eyed, or if I cry, that's what it is. Emotional state of being is not like I'm trying to be it, but I'm very in tune with people, and sometimes you just feel that joy that you feel that they feel, or that sadness, and that joy can make me tear, not sad or sad. I'm not gonna. You don't have to. Tears can be cheerful, but I'm not trying to use them for crying or being depressed, or that's its own thing. But I am liking this. This is helping me better at speaking. This is helping me better at understanding a schedule. We did side by side. I uploaded almost. I think I have like 3 or 4 more side by side episodes. I think 2 of them they actually need to be edited. The intro. I didn't have the intros ready, or something happened. But I'm back at there. I lost the file, then I found the file because I renamed the file, and I didn't remember what it was called, and I accidentally found it. So it was good, and I didn't stress out about that. I didn't stress out about getting mad. I was like, no. I was just like, side by side episodes are here. This is where we're at. This is where we want to go, and Ben's still with me. I love Ben because this is something we started 3 years ago, and we're still doing it, and it's been fun. It's been a good journey that we've been doing, figuring out, and hopefully we get to keep going because it has allowed me to do something that I never thought I'd be able to do. And I know if I ever to write a book, I'd be don't ever meet your. What is it? You should never meet the people. Well, I guess it says the easy way would be never meet the celebrities you want, because you never know how they're really going to be. But my whole thing is we don't really know how they're humans. We don't know how they got there, so that could be stressful. But I like to say is meet your you shouldn't meet your don't meet your heroes. They won't turn out to be the way you wanted. Or so it's like don't meet celebrities. You never know how they're going to be. My thing is they say you shouldn't meet your celebrities, but you should do it anyways. You never know. And there's been a lot of people in my head where I was like, this should be a cool conversation, or this would be, and it's just something that didn't go well, or not well, but it wasn't like I was like, oh, that was quick, or I just then I don't know, but that's okay because you can either do it again or. Maybe it was the timing, or there's just I don't know, but the fact that I actually got the opportunity to do it, something I never thought I would do. I have 2 posters hanging on my wall of kind of stories, adventures I could talk about, but they're not. That's not the whole thing. The whole thing is that I never thought I would find myself in a position where you can meet the people that create the things that you love, regardless their background, regardless who they are, regardless. If y'all get along, you still meet them. And to that's enough. That's enough. Because you're getting to meet the people that create the things that inspired you. And was it Bumblebee? I forgot. Dan Gallazin. He said some good quotes, but a good one. Oh man, I already forgot what he had said. I'm like nervous now. Look at that. Well, we basically because it's a conversation we were having, and he said, I said, thank you for creating something. I don't know if you had it in mind of what you were doing back then, because it was just you're an actor and you're part of this movie. But thank you, because I've been able to use this movie throughout my life. And he says, I'm always glad to hear that something that I've done years ago is still relevant with people now. And then he kind of gave me that let's go do something new. I was like, yeah, let's try this. But I'm there now. I'm there to. I've done the fanboy. He's fed enough. I've done enough. There's enough things for me to be like, you did this, you did that, you had a good time. So I can't help it sometimes. So I've met a lot of the people I wanted to meet. So unless there's like Spielberg or Scorsese's, I don't even know if I'd fanboy around them, because I'm like, well, you're not really. Meet Steven Spielberg, $10,000. Well, that'd be weird. No, I'm just joking. But I got some backlog. I really got to start showing on the social medias. I guess this is what this whole thing is about. I want YouTube exclusives, so I want you guys to see a lot of the only stuff you see here on YouTube, because I like YouTube. This is where I can kind of work on my voice, practice on myself. I mean, it's in the title, YouTube. Who would ever thunk it? But I was in the convention yesterday. Friday was a work day, and then because I did it was a double work day, work in the morning, then hang out with my son, triple work day, hang out with my son, and then go to work at night. I was working at the theater. I hadn't done theater shifts in a minute because I've been doing the movies, and then they have there's also like sketch comedy shows that you need a tech specific, and they had picked up a lot last month, or last 2 months, or no, it was last month, because you have to like kind of stay with the show, because you need to know all the cues, and I don't have time to practice, because you have to do practice outside. So I'm focusing on what I can do and what I can't do. But what I can do is focus on this and do a 15-minute video, which I'm already about to hit 20. But since I said I don't want to keep doing that, let's make up. We can't. The time passed. But what we can do is talk about it a little bit and learn. Because yesterday the whole thing is like, sometimes I'm like, Friday was just a work day. Like I don't waste my time bringing someone along to go to work. It's just work, And then yesterday was a work day in the morning, extreme early, but then got home and got ready. I like that I did that though. I love that I brought my son. I love that I got to like walk around and show him the things. It was a good sized con. We weren't there we were there for a while, like at least 5-6 hours. But he was able to hang in there, and or maybe let me rephrase that. We were probably at the convention for like 3 hours, probably a total of maybe 6 hours total in the whole from leaving the house coming back. But that was great, fun experience. This will be a good one for me to remember because it was the first one I brought my son, and it was great. It was great to meet a lot of the talent, a lot of celebrities. It's fun. I don't know. I can say this all day. And not just the conventions. If you ever want to do anything you've ever wanted to do with your life, I would say I'd recommend just start doing it. If it's a community of people, a group of people, put your ego aside, put your personality aside, and just kind of absorb the environment and see what it is. Because other people are going to come at you and be like, what are you doing here or whatever. And just, hey, I'm just part of this. They have no reasoning to question you. Some people just want to know where you're at, or some people want to question you. Some people are nosy, and some people want to share what you know, and they want to maybe bring in some more, or maybe they can learn from you. It just depends when you go somewhere. You go to this community, and because these are communities and of people, and you just kind of learn your part. Not to say that you're never good enough or bad enough, or the thing is you're always accepted. No one can deny you unless you don't pay the entry fee. But this is fun. These are little things. I've had cousins of mine. Why do you want to pay to meet these people? I'm like, cause I'm here with you for free. I'd rather pay to get out of here and spend a little time to go do something else and learn from somebody. But I did have some stuff. I didn't really have some topics. I did have, I brought the Giganticon digital thing. These are some. We'll finish with this because these are some great art in here. This is one of the art stuck out to me real bad. Oh yeah, there's things to do. It's fun. My son's he started painting, but he's like, we've been in here too long. Let's go. So we'll finish with this. They did a lot of Godzilla. Here's a Godzilla Flashdance. I think like 84 of the movies Flashdance. This is a cool print. So an artist created this, and then probably somebody printed it out, but this is the Godzilla Flashdance. This is a nice one. I think I might go get a 11x17 for this cat. God, this one's awesome. I gotta have this one somewhere. This is I might just put this one there for a minute. Look at this Voltron. If I would have had a little bit more money, I could have got got more stuff signed, but it's okay. I got enough, but I didn't realize. Well, maybe the cool thing is you can bring these to they're big, but you can bring them to the next convention where they're at and maybe get them to sign it. Look at this one. This is Blue Beetle. This is now Latino. He wasn't like that before. But now, you see? Generation. Blue? I should have been the Blue Beetle. They would have been like, what are you? You're too ethnic looking. Look at this. We got the Mighty Joes. I could play this guy. No, they won't let me. Let's see. This is the last one. Energon. That was a cool little conversation. The guys that are handing this stuff out, or we were talking about this because I forgot what that was called for a second, and he couldn't. He was like, "This is in the movie. They eat these." I was like, Energon. I was like, "Yay!" So you got Bumblebee and Grimlock. And I got a video from Greg Berger. Great conversation with him too, Grimlock. I love talking to him. He gave me some great advice. He was cool, man. I'm still kind of have that aura because I can still go back right now. I could go back and I told Mark Dacascos about this idea I had, and he gave me positivity. I wasn't trying to pitch it to him or anything. I jokingly said, but what do you think about this idea? And I'll leave you with this, so maybe we can talk about it later. But I told Mark Dacascos about our O's. I asked him, what do you call it, about my idea for Only the Strong 2. So I got about a minute about this video because we're going to stop it hard at 25. No longer than 25. That's too long after that. What do you call it? I was like, what if we did Only the Strong 2? Now, it's the future. I guess we're like 30 years in the future from the old version. I mean, from the first time, and all that knowledge that was left there about martial arts and fighting and capoeira and all that has been practiced, and it's been going for the whole time that the character's been there or gone. We don't know yet, the Mark Dacascos character. And what do you call it? a character from there that left when it was bad, didn't do all the fighting, get into the fighting, but he came back and wants to make a difference and wants to change. But then he has to realize that times have changed and that everyone knows how to fight, but nobody knows how to be humbled. So there's this guy shows him, doesn't know how to fight, but it shows him how to be a little bit more humbling, and he liked that. We'll leave it at that. Sorry, the commercial thing. I like to play a little bit of music for myself in the background. I don't know what's picking up, but sorry, it's a horrible pitch. You don't pitch like that. Focus on the pitch. Stay on the pitch. Keep it under 30 seconds. No, I just like that. I was thinking about Only the Strong, and I was like, it'd be a cool little concept if you had the that everybody knows what they're doing, but now we have attitudes we have to work on, because that's where we're at. And right here with my John Hammond Raptor. Is this the John Hammond Raptor? It is. So we'll see where we go. Jurassic Park is my son's, like, Ben Garrett, my co-host from Side by Side. His favorite movie is Jurassic Park and Tombstone, and my son's favorite movie is Jurassic Park. Jurassic World too. I think he likes Jurassic World more because he's part of that generation, but he loves Jurassic Park as well. And we have one here. We had 26 minutes. I'm sorry. I can do this. See, I haven't talked in a minute, but and I haven't done my Manic Mondays in a minute because I've been busy on those Mondays. But tomorrow, this is it tomorrow? Yeah, tomorrow we'll have one. All right, see you later. Bye. We'll talk about this on my Manic Mondays.